This is the Tribe on 99 FM.
Tribe on 99 FM.
Welcome to another fantastic edition of The Tribe. Friday nights have never been the same before. This is how we roll. We bring you the best of Namibian music, entertainment, and personalities. And quite lately, it's been very, very good. Doing very, very well. A very big thank you. Thank you, Willy G. A very big thank you to Willy G for making me excuse the mic, as well as to everybody who religiously tunes into the show on a weekly basis. This time around, we are joined by none other than Cool Under Pressure. The same boys who brought you Heavy Friday. I mean, I remember those days. We were like, Tabisa Kaneta's D. Who's tuning at these ones? Can this mother come and get these boys, please, before they turn it up in here?
You can't stop. What's up, Shay?
It's all good. Yeah. Welcome, guys. It's the first time I'm having you both together on The Tribe. I'm Willy G. You were here, I think, last year. Yeah. And we were talking about you as a producer and what you do. But then around, you brought your main man. Yeah, Ice is in the building.
The swagger man.
The swagger man. How you doing?
Skippa. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Good?
Well, I'm fine. We're keeping everything moving.
You and I, like, the last time we had an interview together was like, what, 2 years or what?
Well, it's fate. It's only fate.
We had to come make a backspin.
That's what it is. You had to come and make a backspin. All right, now CUP is in the studio today because of the fact that we're catching up with what's happening in your world. There's just so much happening. Like, I personally have been following you guys, so I know a little bit of what's going down, but I want you to tell our listeners and share with the rest of the world what's going on with Cool Under Pressure. Let's start with after Heavy Friday, or let's start with the idea behind CUP, because everybody was so confused in the beginning when they heard Heavy Friday. They were like, are these guys named 40 Kings? Are they Cool Under Pressure? Are you Cup? What's the deal? What happened? How did this union happen?
Well, basically, me and Skippa, aka Ice, call him Skippa. Yeah. So anyway, me and Ice, our relationship it started we grew up in the same hood, and we used to call the hood the 40.
The 40.
Yeah. So we're like the kings of the hood.
I see.
And everyone was like, oh, you had 40 of that. It did our own meaning. Yeah. So like that whole clique in the hood, like as kids, we used to play street soccer. I used to make beats. I used to come to the studio, lay some freestyles down and stuff. So that's how it started. But the name CUP, Cool Under Pressure, came after we did our first song together. Which was Heavy Friday, actually.
So that was the first song.
That was the first song.
It was our first hit single that actually went national.
It did. We're still balling to it today.
Exactly.
Every
Friday
is a Heavy Friday. That's what it is. All right. It's quite it's a tight love story. Because I've known you guys like this ever since I've met CUP. And the music has always sounded good. That means that the synergy, the energies, and the people who've met doing this are perfect for each other.
Everything's perfect.
But there was a time when CUP was pretty quiet. I don't know if that involved studying. I don't know if it involved work.
Yeah, it involved books, and also we are young entrepreneurs, so we had to kind of let go of the music to kind of take care of life and get paid mostly. And now we're back at the music and we're going very hard at it.
And we got the money.
Ching ching! Like this is more it's paid up. Okay, so check it out. So you mentioned something very important, and I think it's a lot of times that upcoming artists miss this whole thing, that you gotta give attention to the books. And you guys were pretty young when we started. I mean, just even laying down the freestyles, coming over to each other's cribs and whatnot. How important is it? And a lot of artists say a lot of different answers, but I want to hear from your perspective. Being young guys in the game so quickly, so in and out. As a matter of fact, your debut album is 5 years after your first album, kind of thing. So, how does that change you? How does the game, being so early in the game, what does it do to you as a young man?
What have happened is that, what I've seen happen is that like most people come into the game and like they come in by mistake, kind of to say.
It was an accident.
It was an accident because you enjoyed doing the music and it accidentally blew up, type of thing. And like we did Every Friday when we were like in high school. So imagine, that whole song just spread through the high schools, and high school performed at almost every high school in Windhoek because we were
the Miss
cool.
High Schools, the teen.
Exactly. But we also had to look at our industry leaders and some people who are not doing good and some who are doing good. And you'd also realize that you need some knowledge and to experience life.
Yeah.
So personally, I also went to go study outside of the country.
Yeah.
I also went to go study outside of the country, which I thought was very important because outside of the country I was exposed to new music, other sound producers, knowledge about the world that you can also now talk about in your music.
Besides the fact that you guys have been working on your own stuff, you've also been and you guys are known for some of the biggest collaborations, like the Heavy Friday remix. We were just out here. I'm just gonna flip my laptop out here, and I'm just gonna remind us where we come from with Heavy Friday. I was just watching this video and I was thinking, damn, I miss Cap. I was just thinking, I miss my boy. That kind of situation. So.
And like the thing is, like during that whole music video, when we were shooting in town.
Yeah.
He was with us, like he was showing us the way.
He went through the spots and like, let's shoot here, stand there, wear this, do that. So he was more on it. It's like he was very, very committed to that.
Very, very much.
And the way he communicated with other people just made his music stand out more. Like people skills is a very good thing that he had. Even if he doesn't know you, he's gonna act like he knows you.
Exactly.
Type of thing.
And he will remember you next time he sees you again. In terms of what you're listening to right now, I don't know, you might be listening to the 50 beats that you might have, I don't know. You might be listening to the album over and over again, but like locally, what are you listening to? What's playing in the car? And internationally, continentally, what's playing in your ear? What are you listening to?
Okay, myself, I'm more into the trap due to the fact that I'm a hustler. I gotta have my hustle music bumping in the car. But I'm also very much into Namibian music. I listen a lot to Gaza because he paved the way for us in certain areas. I listen to whoever is really, really. There's this new guy, Ngai, as well. I listen to J Black. I listen to Paradox. I have to do that because that music is too good.
And sick though. I heard a track with Max the other day.
He's a track with him also.
Only for the album.
We featured him.
I never knew. Like I always thought, like if you were to rap in Hetero,
how would it sound? That's his answer.
He just answered me.
And that's what I'm talking about. Use the local languages in the music and have the other people questioning where is he from? What is he saying?
We're listening to Karakara so much. You're singing along, but you don't know what it means.
And you're not even asking anybody. You're just feeling it. I love that. What you said was very important.
So I mean, in terms of music, I do kizomba when I can. Sometimes I will even go into Justin Bieber if I have to. As I said, you have to listen to different sound and hear what these people.
I mean, the dog said he still does Westlife, Celine Dion.
No wonder.
If that's his medicine.
You know what's up. You know what?
The guy got the hits. The dog got the hits.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much for coming through to keeping us cool under pressure. I became so relaxed. We might have been chatting for an hour. I don't even know. We'll deal with that later. Until next week, Friday, there you have it, a Tribe exclusive. For anything that you might have missed out on, www.99fm.com.na. Have a good one.
This is the Tribe on 99 FM.
Tribe on 99 FM.